Tired of chasing the so-called American dream while drowning in rent, debt, and daily stress? You're not alone. In 2025, more Americans than ever are saying enough and finding a better life somewhere else. A life where healthcare doesn't bankrupt you, where rent doesn't own you, and where peace of mind isn't a luxury. In this video, we reveal the top 10 best countries for Americans to move to right now. Places where your dollar goes further, your life slows down, and your happiness finally comes first. Whether you're burnout, priced out, or just craving something different, one of these countries might be your next home. Stick around, because your passport could be the key to a brand new beginning. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more life-changing content. Number 10, Portugal. If you think living in Europe is out of reach, Portugal is here to prove you wrong. This coastal gem has quietly become one of the most popular destinations for Americans looking to start over, and it's not hard to see why. In 2025, Portugal remains one of the safest, most affordable, and most welcoming countries in the entire EU. Let's start with cost. Outside Lisbon and Porto, rent for a one-bedroom apartment can be as low as $500 per month. In smaller towns like Coimbra or Tavira, that often includes scenic views, walkable neighborhoods, and a sense of peace most U.S. cities can't offer. Portugal also launched a digital nomad visa, making it easy for remote workers and freelancers to live legally for extended periods. And yes, retirees are welcome too, with low income thresholds and a simple path to residency. But affordability is just the beginning. Portugal was ranked the 7th safest country in the world in 2024. That means fewer worries walking at night, lower violent crime, and a more relaxed daily rhythm. Healthcare? Portugal has universal coverage with high-quality public and private options, and it costs a fraction of what you'd pay in the U.S. Many Americans are shocked when they realize they can actually see a doctor without dreading the bill. And then there's the lifestyle. Fresh seafood, locally grown produce, warm people, slow afternoons, and a deep respect for rest. No one's rushing here, and that's the point. Portugal's culture encourages balance, not burnout. There's a growing U.S. expat community too, offering support, community events, and even local English-speaking doctors. Whether you want beach life in the Algarve, a cultural hub like Lisbon, or small-town charm in the countryside, Portugal has it all. And the best part? It's not a fantasy. It's happening right now, for thousands of Americans who chose a life with less chaos and more living. Number 9, Mexico. Think you need to cross an ocean to find a better life? Mexico is proving otherwise. Just a short flight away, but a world apart from the American grind. In 2025, over 1.6 million Americans have already made Mexico their new home. They're not just retirees, they're digital nomads, young families, and professionals tired of burnout, broken healthcare, and sky-high rent. Why? Because Mexico delivers what the U.S. no longer can: affordability, quality of life, and real breathing room. You can rent a spacious apartment in cities like Mérida, Puebla, or San Miguel de Allende for under $600 a month. In coastal towns like Mazatlan or Puerto Escondido, that price often includes ocean views, and you won't be sacrificing comfort. Many homes are fully furnished, with courtyards, rooftop patios, and walkable neighborhoods. Healthcare? Private hospitals and clinics offer care for a fraction of U.S. prices, with visits starting at $30 to $50 and specialists often available within days, not weeks. Some Americans travel to Mexico just for dental work or surgeries and still spend less than their U.S. insurance deductible. And it's not just about cost. In many regions, Mexico is safer than major U.S. cities. Mérida is considered one of the safest cities in North America. Life here moves slower. People take time to cook, connect, and enjoy the moment. You'll hear music in the streets, smell tacos grilling, and see families gathering in plazas, not glued to their phones. There's a strong, supportive expat community, and whether you speak Spanish or not, locals are often welcoming and patient. If you've ever dreamed of starting over somewhere close, familiar but refreshingly different, Mexico might be your answer. Because sometimes the fresh start you're craving is just a few hours south of the border. Number 8, Spain. What if life didn't have to feel like a race? Spain isn't just a destination, It's a redefinition of how life can be lived. And in 2025, it's become one of the top countries Americans are moving to for one simple reason: balance. Thanks to Spain's new digital nomad visa, remote workers from the US can now live and work legally in cities like Valencia, Seville, and Granada. And you don't need Silicon Valley money to afford it. Rent for a full one-bedroom apartment in those cities, $600 to $800 a month, often furnished close to cafes, markets, and public transport. But what really draws Americans to Spain isn't just the affordability, it's the mindset. This is a country where siestas are real, meals are meant to be enjoyed slowly, and taking time off is a national art form. Work isn't the center of life, it's just one part of it. Healthcare. Public healthcare is free or extremely low cost for legal residents. No $7,000 deductibles, no surprise bills. And yes, it's high quality. Spain's healthcare system consistently ranks among the best in Europe. Safety. Spain ranked in the top 30 safest countries on the 2024 Global Peace Index. You can walk through city centers at night, take the metro alone, or bike through small towns without that lingering tension Americans often carry. Even more surprising, some rural villages in Spain are offering to pay foreigners to move in. That includes cash incentives, reduced taxes, or even free homes, just to bring fresh energy into underpopulated areas. And with high-speed rail, you're always a quick ride away from the next adventure. Spain isn't just beautiful, it's practical, peaceful, and full of possibility. If you're tired of burnout and ready to breathe, maybe it's time to stop surviving and start living. Number 7, Costa Rica. What if your next home came with tropical beaches, universal healthcare, and a longer life? Costa Rica might just be that place. In 2025, this peaceful Central American country continues to attract Americans who are tired of high costs, fast living, and endless stress. And the best part? You don't need to be rich to move here. A comfortable two-bedroom home near the beach can cost as little as $800 a month. Healthcare? Costa Rica offers both public and private systems, with private doctor visits starting at $50 to $100 and excellent English-speaking care available in major cities. There's even a pensionado visa for retirees who earn just $1,000 a month, as well as flexible options for remote workers and investors. But beyond affordability, Costa Rica offers something deeper: a way of life. Locals live by the phrase pura vida, meaning pure life. It's not marketing, it's mindset. People here prioritize family, time in nature, and low-stress living. There's less traffic, fewer honking horns, and no glorified hustle culture. Instead, you'll hear birds, waves, and your own breathing slowing down. Costa Rica is home to several blue zones, regions where people consistently live into their 90s with vitality. They eat fresh food, walk daily, and stay connected to community and purpose. And if you're working remotely, you don't have to sacrifice productivity. The country has widespread fiber optic internet, co-working spaces, and direct flights to the US. You can wake up to the sound of howler monkeys, take your Zoom call with a jungle backdrop, and end the day in a hammock under the stars. So if your current lifestyle is aging you faster than it should, maybe it's time to flip the script. Costa Rica isn't just a place, it's permission to live differently. Number 6, Thailand. What if you could wake up near a golden temple, enjoy a massage after lunch, and eat a 3-course meal, all for less than your monthly cable bill? That's not a fantasy. That's life in Thailand. In 2025, Thailand remains one of the best countries for Americans seeking comfort, culture, and incredible value. Let's talk numbers. In Chiang Mai or parts of Bangkok, you can rent a fully furnished apartment with a pool for $300 to $500 per month. Dinner on the street, less than $3. A fresh fruit smoothie, $1. A professional massage, $5. You can live like royalty here for under $1,000 a month without sacrificing comfort or convenience. But the real beauty of Thailand goes beyond affordability. It's in the lifestyle. Things move slower, people smile more, stress feels optional. And the culture? It's rich, respectful, and deeply rooted in mindfulness. From floating markets to mountaintop temples, Thailand blends ancient tradition with modern energy. And for remote workers? Thailand rolled out an extended long-term resident visa in 2025, perfect for digital nomads, retirees, and foreign investors. The internet is fast, co-working spaces are everywhere, and the expat community is massive, especially in cities like Chiang Mai, where thousands of Americans have settled in full-time. Healthcare? Thailand's private hospitals are among the best in Southeast Asia. Many offer English-speaking staff, top-tier facilities, and prices that are often 90% cheaper than in the US. You won't just save money, you'll feel cared for. Safety? Thailand ranks as one of the safest countries in Asia, especially in the north. Whether you're walking home at night or traveling solo, peace of mind is part of the package. So if your current lifestyle feels like burnout on repeat, Thailand offers something radically different. It's not just an escape, it's an upgrade. Number 5, Italy. Tired of rushing through your day, eating meals in your car, and measuring life by deadlines? Italy invites you to do the opposite. In 2025, Italy has become one of the most attractive destinations for Americans looking to live slower, richer, in more human lives. And no, you don't need to be a millionaire to move here. Thanks to new digital nomad visas and €1 home programs in rural towns, Americans are settling down for less than the cost of 1 year's rent in most U.S. cities. Entire homes in southern Italy can be purchased for a symbolic €1, with many renovated and livable for under $40,000 total. And rental prices? In regions like Abruzzo, Puglia, or Sicily, you can find charming apartments for under $600 a month, often within walking distance of open-air markets and historic plazas. But Italy offers more than just affordability. It offers meaning. In Italy, meals are rituals, not fuel. Espresso is sipped at the counter, lunches are shared with family, and everything, from bread to conversation, is made with intention. Shops close midday. Sundays are for rest. And no one's ashamed to enjoy their life. Healthcare? Universal and high quality. Public transportation? Reliable and scenic. Community? Strong and welcoming. Especially in small towns, eager to revive themselves by bringing in new residents from abroad. And don't worry if you don't speak Italian yet. Many locals are patient and curious, and expat communities are growing steadily. So if you've ever dreamed of cobblestone streets, local cheese, and a life that feels less like survival and more like living, Italy is wide open, because sometimes the best way forward is slowing down. Number 4, Georgia. What if moving abroad was as easy as booking a flight? In Georgia, the country, not the U.S. state, it actually is. Tucked between Europe and Asia, Georgia has become one of the most underrated, affordable, and easiest countries for Americans to move to in 2025. Why? Because U.S. citizens can enter visa-free for 1 full year. No paperwork, no interviews, no red tape. Just show up and you're in. And once you arrive, the value becomes undeniable. You can rent a modern apartment in Tbilisi for $300 to $500 per month, often with mountain views, cafes downstairs, and fiber optic internet. Dinner out? Around $5, including wine. And yes, that wine is exceptional. Georgia is considered the birthplace of winemaking, with traditions dating back 8,000 years. But Georgia isn't just about affordability, it's about freedom. There's a sense of raw authenticity here. No over-policing, no culture of hustle. Locals are warm, curious, and deeply welcoming, especially to foreigners who respect the pace and traditions of their land. The government even launched the Remotely from Georgia program to attract remote workers. You can live and work legally while surrounded by snow-capped mountains, ancient monasteries, and bohemian neighborhoods full of art and music. Feeling adventurous? You're a short drive from ski resorts, canyons, beaches on the Black Sea, and centuries-old villages that feel like movie sets. Safety? Georgia ranks among the safest countries in its region, and violent crime is extremely rare. There's a growing expat community too. Americans, Europeans, creatives, and entrepreneurs all finding inspiration here. So if you're craving a place where life is simple, beautiful, and completely free of bureaucracy, Georgia might just be your easiest yes yet. Sometimes the best place to start over is the one that lets you in instantly. Number 3, New Zealand. If you've ever dreamed of pressing pause on the chaos and starting over somewhere peaceful, New Zealand is calling. Tucked far from the noise of crowded cities and endless commutes, this island nation offers something few places still can: space, serenity, and sanity. In 2025, New Zealand has expanded its skilled migrant and investor visa pathways, making it easier than ever for Americans to move legally. If you work remotely, have in-demand skills, or run an online business, you may already qualify. But let's talk about why people stay. Cities like Wellington and Christchurch are vibrant yet calm, blending creative energy with safety, walkability, and strong communities. Even in the capital, you're rarely more than 20 minutes from a beach forest or mountain trail. And the air? Clean, crisp, quiet. New Zealand ranked number 2 on the 2024 Global Peace Index, just behind Iceland. Crime is low, politics are stable, people are friendly, and yes, the healthcare system is public, meaning you won't go broke because of a broken bone. Nature isn't something you visit here, it's part of daily life. You'll hike beside glaciers, swim in turquoise lakes, and see stars so bright they don't look real. And while all of this sounds like a fantasy, New Zealand is remarkably livable. High-speed internet, world-class coffee, affordable education, diverse culture. The expat community is strong, and you'll find plenty of Americans who came for a few months, then realized they never wanted to leave. It's not just about escaping what's wrong, it's about stepping into something that feels right. So if your current life feels too fast, too loud, or just too much, New Zealand might be your reset button. Because sometimes peace of mind isn't a mindset, it's a place. Number 2, Czech Republic. If you think Europe is out of reach, the Czech Republic is here to change your mind. In 2025, this storybook country has become one of the top choices for Americans looking for affordability, safety, and timeless charm. Let's start with Prague, a capital city that looks like it belongs in a fantasy novel. Gothic churches, cobblestone streets, riverside cafes, and yet, rent for a modern apartment in the city center often falls under $800 a month. Move outside the core, you'll find quiet towns, mountain views, and spacious homes for even less. But it's not just about price, it's about quality. The Czech Republic offers universal healthcare with reliable access to doctors and hospitals. Its public transportation is clean, efficient, and connects even the smallest towns. And yes, beer is often cheaper than bottled water. Not an exaggeration. Remote workers? You're in luck. Through the Zivno trade license, freelancers and digital nomads can live and work legally while enjoying everything this underrated gem has to offer. There's no need to be rich, retired, or working for a giant tech company. Just prove you work online, and the door's open. Safety? The Czech Republic ranked number 8 on the 2024 Global Peace Index, well ahead of the US. You can walk home late at night without a second thought. And for families, many Czech universities offer tuition-free or low-cost degrees in English with a focus on innovation and research. Want to explore more? Hop on a train to Vienna, Berlin, or Budapest in just a few hours. This is Central Europe at its most accessible and livable. So if you're looking for beauty without the burnout, culture without the cost, and security without the stress, the Czech Republic might just be your perfect middle ground. Number 1, Canada. Sometimes the best place to start over isn't across the ocean, it's just across the border. Canada has quietly become the top destination for Americans seeking safety, healthcare, opportunity, and a fresh start. In 2025, new immigration pathways like the express entry system and remote worker visas make it easier than ever for U.S. citizens to move north. Got tech skills, a healthcare background, or even stable remote income? You could qualify for permanent residency faster than you think. And the benefits? Let's start with healthcare. Canada's public system means no $7,000 deductibles, no surprise ER bills, and no skipping treatment because of insurance red tape. It's not perfect, but it's predictable, and that alone brings peace of mind. Safety? Canada consistently ranks as one of the safest countries in the world. Cities like Ottawa, Calgary, and Victoria offer clean streets, low crime, and a real sense of community. And even in larger cities like Toronto or Vancouver, the pace is calmer, the tone is friendlier, and multiculturalism is celebrated. Education, world-class public schools and affordable universities, many of which welcome international students. Nature, everywhere. From national parks to alpine lakes, from the Rockies to quiet coastlines, Canada blends urban comfort with stunning wilderness in ways few countries can. And the mental health benefits? Real. Thousands of U.S. expats say that just moving to Canada helped them feel more grounded, less anxious, and more hopeful. You don't need to fly 10 hours away to change your life. Sometimes the reset you need is just a border crossing away. If you want stability, respect, healthcare, and room to breathe, Canada might not just be your neighbor, it might be your next home. So there you have it. 10 countries offering a better life beyond the noise, chaos, and rising costs of the U.S. Whether it's tropical coastlines, European charm, or a slower, saner lifestyle, you now know your options. Which country spoke to you the most? Drop it in the comments. We'd love to hear your thoughts. And if this video gave you even one new idea, do us a favor. Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Because your fresh start might not be years away. It might just be one decision, one video, or one flight from becoming real.